We only have two items, huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Ready to go? You ready? Yep. Okay. All right. Hello, everyone. This is Sam Vandy Vandewater, representing the Planning and Building Services Department. Calling this January 13th, 2021 Archaeological Commission meeting to order. I will begin with roll call. The PBS representative is present. Museum representative.
Present.
Archaeologist representative.
Present.
We have an unnoticed absent from the Native American representative. We still do not have an industry representative, and our alternate member is absent without notice. So moving on, item 2 is the Archaeological Commission administration. The applications listed below will be reviewed by the Archaeological Commission. You are invited to view the meeting on YouTube and provide any information pertinent to these applications. If you have photographs of the site, you are encouraged to email them to the email address above by this time, or at this time. So then moving down the agenda to survey required, we have one item, and this is 3A, which is case AP underscore 2019-0078. The owner is Jason Zumalt. Applicant agent is Leif Bolin. The request is an administrative permit to allow for cannabis processing. This is located roughly 1.5 miles west of Redwood Valley at an address of 8775 Colony Drive. And I believe we have Leif Bolin with us on the call. Can we get Leif up? Sure. So Leif, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna have the commissioners go through the item, and then if we have any questions or if there's any comments you would like to make, you can make them after that time.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. So if commissioners, you'd like to review the information or if there's any discussion.
It looks like there is a creek that runs through the property or is adjacent to the property.
Yes, there's a seasonal creek. The Fish and Wildlife classified it as the lower section of their classification. I think a 1 or a 3. I'm not sure which one it is.
So it's just seasonal.
Yeah, it's effectively drainage. Farther down, it turns into a tributary of the Russian, but that far up near the water district right there, it is just seasonal.
Okay. So, are there any natural springs?
No, not that I'm aware of. Definitely not on our property, and there might be up in the hills farther up, but nothing that I'm aware of. It's all flat vineyard.
In the pond, what's the history of the pond?
The whole section there was owned by the Pifero family for a long time, and they put in a few water storage ponds there for their vineyards. I think that sub creek has 6 of them on there when we had Fish and Wildlife out. So I think that everyone just put them in before any permits were needed on any type of pond or dam, and they've been there for a long time.
Do you know if any of those are, I mean, does the water level lower or does it remain the same? I mean, could the pond have been a spring at one time?
I don't think so. Judging from what the locals have said, the people who have lived there for a long time, is that originally the stream bed wasn't even in where the stream bed's at now was not its native area. Most of the area got bulldozed flat, and then a lot of it got messed with again when they did the infrastructure for the water district, and then it kind of just found its own natural course as a drainage. if that makes any sense.
Yeah. I don't know, Benjamin, what's your feeling? Vandy, what's yours?
Well, as it's my understanding, there's been no previous cultural resources study done on this particular plot.
No, I do not believe there has been for anywhere in the area. Mostly, I think because it's been kind of just flattened out sometime before the water district went in, which I think was at 77. They flattened the most area out to less than a 5% grade. It was nobody knew any better back then, I think, was the real issue. So I couldn't find anything through my research, and a couple of people I've asked to, nobody really has any input on it. They didn't know.
No, and the Sonoma State doesn't have any record of anything on this particular parcel.
Yeah, but everything I've read here strikes me we should probably have a survey done of that particular area.
Yeah, how far from the Russian River is it?
I would have to look at my fish and wildlife paperwork, but I think it's a third removal from it's a tributary of a tributary of a tributary to the Russian River, was the impression.
So what are you? Are you a couple, 2 or 3 miles away from the Russian River?
Yeah, we're all the way up against the eastern ridge line of Redwood Valley, right tucked up against the water district. They border the property. No, they're one property over.
Well, I think I don't know, I'm probably willing to go with the discovery clause.
Okay. Benjamin, are you comfortable with that?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Then can I have a motion, please?
Okay, I move the AP 2019-0078 that we go with the discovery clause.
So I have a motion by Commissioner Cole to approve the project with the discovery clause, or approve AP 2019-0078 with the discovery clause. Do I have a second?
Second the motion.
I have a second by Commissioner McBean. We'll take a roll call vote. So Planning and Building Services is aye. Museum representative
Aye.
and archaeologist representative.
Aye.
So the motion carries 3-0. Thank you, Leaf.
Thank you, and have a great afternoon.
You as well. And then it appears we have Commissioner Scott joining us at 2:09. So I will change the roll count. Okay, attended. Hi, Allison. How are you?
Hey, Allison. I missed you the last couple times. Wish you'd have been there for one of them.
So we'll get, there we go.
Okay, there we are. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, everybody.
No worries. So we just got through the first item, so now we're just doing the second item, which is the one with the survey.
Okay. From Alta?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
So then for the record, moving on to the agenda to review of survey, we're on item 4A, which is case CDP 2019-0002. 0022. The owner applicant is Nikolai Stetz. The request is an administrative coastal development permit to develop a vacant parcel by constructing a single-family residence, a workshop, guest cottage, greenhouse, 8,000 gallon water tank, pump house, well, septic system, gravel driveway, and connections to utilities. This is located roughly 3.5 miles northeast of Anchor Bay, with an address of 44035 Iverson Road, Wallala. And there is no one in attendance for this item. So if the commissioners would just like to have a discussion, the floor is open for discussion.
Thank you.
I didn't have any comments on the survey personally.
Yeah, there were, he didn't identify any resources, so,
Right, right. And he had good visibility, so I'm good with it.
yeah, me too.
Likewise.
All right, well, if I could get a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion.
All right,
Cool.
I
make
have. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Can I make a motion to accept the survey conducted for CDP underscore 2019-0022?
So I have a motion by Commissioner Scott to accept the survey for CDP 2019-0022. Do I have a second?
Second motion.
So I have a second by Commissioner McBean. We'll take a roll call vote. So Planning and Building Services representative is an aye. Museum representative,
Aye.
archaeologist representative,
Aye.
Native American representative.
Aye.
Motion carries 4-0. The survey is accepted. Okay. And then so going down the agenda, the last thing we have actually, Commissioner is matters from Commission. And Commissioner Cole, I believe 2 meetings ago, requested that we discuss we have a discussion regarding the age of surveys. So Commissioner Cole, if you'd like to just provide some brief comments on your thoughts and opinions about the age of surveys so we can begin our discussion.
Well, yeah, I just wanted us to, maybe come to a decision about, how old of a survey we want to accept or not.
I know we've talked about this before.
So,
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, God, I had to pass a 3rd degree to get here. I called you 100 times.
oh, I'm sorry. I've been in here for like the
He's not at
past.
his desk.
I like your haircut.
Oh, thank you. So we have Commissioner Lockhart is joining us.
Upset and annoyed. Hey, Bill.
Hello, Lois. I like your pendant.
Thank you. I had to answer the phone 5 times before I got here. 3 times to the same person.
So Lois, we're discussing the age of surveys.
Yeah.
And if there's an age at which we wouldn't want to have a survey submitted, or have not submitted, but use a survey to approve a project.
So what's the legal definition of that is from our professional archaeologist?
Bill?
It's just a call, that's all. Or no, maybe 10 years, maybe.
10
We've
years?
kicked that age.
We won't accept.
We've kicked that date around before. I mean, 10 years. I'm talking like way back when Mary Lynn was our planning person. So at that time, I do believe we didn't accept anything past 10 years. But that was like 10 years ago. So I don't know if we want to change that or not.
Is 10 years something that the commissioners, what I would have to do is just write a memo to planning staff that we agree on next meeting, and we can make amendments next meeting before we approve it, but I would just have to establish a memo with planning staff that no surveys. So would we not want surveys submitted if they're 10 years or older, or would we as a policy not accept surveys that are 10 years or older?
I think we should see those surveys. I think,
Yeah,
but I think we can, I think what needs to be said is, we're probably, that we can't guarantee that we would accept those surveys as a current form of archaeology, that,
right.
that we, however you want to say it. I think we definitely want to see them if they're available.
So it sounds like more that it would be kind of a policy that we are informing planners of, that the policy is that the commission is, hoping for surveys of less than 10 years in age, and that if someone were to submit an older survey, that there's a possibility that we would require a newer survey being conducted.
I think that's a
Yeah,
good way
and
to
we're,
say
and
it.
we're definitely, yeah, and we're definitely interested in surveys that are older, but we would like to review them.
Okay.
Standards
As a gen-
change.
Yeah,
The environment changes. I mean, even within 10 years,
Okay.
things pop up that weren't seen, that were underground previously, and maybe now they're on the surface. So
Right. Did Commissioner Lockhart or Commissioner McBean, did either of you have anything?
It's
What
it sounds
bothers me, you know, who cares?
Okay.
I'm disgusted. Who cares? Who cares? I mean, this is an exercise in futility as far as I'm concerned. But what I've seen ever since I've sat on this commission, when there's a site or there's a potential of it, the applicant complains. Like, what are we supposed to do? All disappear? I know they try to kill all of us, but we're here to stay. I'm sorry to let you know that, population. And so, but I don't know, 10 years sounds pretty old to me.
Commissioner McBean?
I think it sounds acceptable.
So then, does the commission, it sounds like the commission agrees that I can draft a letter for us to review next meeting, regarding a policy that, as we've stated, that after 10 years, there's, the possibility will require an additional survey?
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
a good possibility that will require a survey. I mean, most likely we would. I mean, I think on the rare occasion we would accept it.
I know there's one that we accepted, but it was, I'm not familiar with archaeologists, but it sounded from you, Bill, and Allison that there was one guy that had something that was worth material that was older than 10 age, but that's the only time I ever recall us accepting a survey older than that.
But yeah, it depends on who does it as well. You're right.
Okay.
That's true. That's very true.
Okay. Well then, did any commissioners have any other items?
Am I at the end of the meeting?
What?
Am I at the end?
Yeah.
So what do we do with the other?
So
Excuse me, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
no, it's fine. So
We approved it, I'm assuming.
the first item was approved with the discovery clause, and the second item, the survey was accepted.
Okay. So I knocked myself out for nothing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Plus I had to knock myself to try to get through the door. This county's going nuts. Country's nuts.
All right. Well, is there any other discussion by commissioners?
Yeah.
Allison,
Yes,
oh, Lois, did you get your vaccine?
What?
Did you get your vaccine shot?
Why on earth would I want to do that?
Oh.
I'm
All
a
right.
prisoner of war. I'm
Colleen,
smarter now.
Colleen and I just got ours yesterday.
As a prisoner of war, I'm smarter now.
Okay.
You got it. Good guy.
All right, well, then with that, can I have a motion to adjourn our meeting?
Motion to adjourn.
I have a motion by Commissioner McBean to adjourn. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All right, thank you. So we have our meeting has adjourned at 2:20 on January 13th. Thank you all for attending our very brief meeting today. And
Thanks for letting me in.
as we get closer to February, March, April, those I can never remember the number, but those forms where you're saying you didn't take anything from people are due soon. So just remember to file those. And I believe actually we have several term expirations this year. So if you would like to, I'll reach out to you if your term's expired. Benjamin, you don't have to worry about this because the museum is an appointed position. But for Commissioner Scott, Cole, and Lockhart, I'll reach out to you with who has to renew with the Board of Supervisors for their terms.
And how would we do that? I mean, we can't be really in person. I mean, do you know?
They have been doing swearing ins. People come down and they'll do it in the hallway. But it's no crowds. It's just
There's never a crowd for me.
yeah. It's Commissioner it's CEO Angelo and then someone there to witness the swearing in.
Gee, I was planning on a parade.
Okay.
I mean, it isn't every day that a real old engine gets to be sworn in.
All right. Well,
Sworn at. Sorry.
with that, I think until next time, unless you guys have any questions, I'll bring back that commission policy that we'll share with planners.
That would be great.
All right. Have a good day, everyone.
Thank you. You
Thank
too,
you.
Mandy.
Bye, you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.